In the boardrooms of Wall Street and the high-stakes world of hip-hop, one specific text is treated as a blueprint for securing leverage in million-dollar deals. Figures like 50 Cent have utilized its strategies to build business empires from the ground up. Yet, if you try to mail that exact same book to an inmate in Florida or Texas, it will be confiscated by guards. Across the United States, federal and state wardens classify this work as a severe security threat, restricting it from the prison population. The book is The 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. Published in 1998, it distills 3,000 years of ruthless historical strategy, from Sun Tzu to Machiavelli, into a guide for navigating modern hierarchies. This creates a strange contradiction. A historical study of court politics is simultaneously embraced by corporate elites and feared as a weapon by correctional institutions. The tension exists because Greene treats power as a mechanical requirement for human survival. In this view, power is entirely amoral, a function of human nature that exists regardless of whether a person is good or evil. You will meet people who claim they are too virtuous to play office politics or engage in power dynamics. Greene argues that projecting an aura of pure innocence is often the most effective and deceptive power strategy of all. We are all operating in a modern court. Whether you are in a cubicle or a cell block, understanding the historical laws of how influence is acquired and lost is the only way to avoid being crushed by them. Take the first rule in Greene's book: never outshine the master. To see the consequences of breaking it, we look at the treacherous, ego-driven royal court of 17th century France. In 1661, Finance Minister Nicolas Fouquet wanted to secure his standing with King Louis XIV. He threw a party featuring 7-course meals and a fireworks display at his newly completed chateau, outdoing the king's own lifestyle in a single night. Fouquet thought the display would prove his loyalty. Instead, the king saw a subordinate who possessed more wealth and popularity than the crown. It was a direct threat to the monarch's vanity. The very next day, the king had his head musketeer arrest Fouquet. The minister spent the next 20 years in a mountain prison, locked in solitary confinement. The mechanism has not changed. Threatening the ego of the person positioned directly above you leads to swift retaliation. It results in physical danger in a prison yard and immediate termination in a corporate office. Greene pairs this with twin mechanics of deception: Law 3, conceal your intentions, and Law 4, always say less than necessary. In 1910, a con artist known as the Yellow Kid used a fake bloody boxing match to trick a wealthy mark. The victim was so panicked by the illusion of a dead boxer that he fled the scene, leaving $35,000 in cash behind. The Yellow Kid exploited a specific mental vulnerability. When our curiosity or greed is triggered by a sudden distraction, a smokescreen, we tend to trust the chaotic appearance in front of us and drop our guard. The most effective smokescreen is often silence. The more a person speaks, the more ordinary they appear, and the more likely they are to reveal a fatal weakness or their true motives. Controlling the flow of information is the ultimate defense mechanism. If your opponents do not know your true goal, they are incapable of strategizing against you. Maintaining personal autonomy within a massive, rigid hierarchy relies on Law 11. Learn to keep people dependent on you. An individual must withhold a highly specialized skill so the institution cannot function without them. By creating this bottleneck, the entire system is forced to rely on that single person. If removed, the system fails, neutralizing the threat of firing or replacement. Wall Street and Hollywood executives utilize these laws to strip away the polite fiction of human resources and expose how leverage actually works. Meanwhile, prisons ban the text because it provides a literal schematic for inmates to engineer dependency and manipulate system operations. Modern psychologists have pushed back on Greene's text, classifying his strategies as Machiavellianism. Machiavellianism is a personality trait that is defined by a focus on self-interest and the use of deception to achieve goals. This line chart compares two career trajectories. The red line shows rapid gains from coercive tactics, violently plateauing due to turnover. The blue line shows higher long-term growth from cooperation. Data confirms gatekeeping or credit-stealing managers stall their mobility, trapped because no one collaborates. While 3,000-year-old coercive tactics guarantee short-term survival in hostile environments, They create a toxic blast radius that ultimately caps long-term influence. This has led to the development of strategies that prioritize high-value, pro-social behaviors tailored for a transparent, highly connected digital era. The historical model relies on coercive dominance, taking authority through force or deception. The current model relies on prestige-based influence. In this system, authority is willingly granted to you by your peers based on the actual value and skill you provide to the group. Consider the modern adaptation of Law 1. Instead of hiding talents to protect an insecure boss, the optimal strategy today is to maximize your visible value, leapfrog past them, and move to a completely new role. Mastering the 48 Laws provides armor to recognize these maneuvers before they are used against you. It reveals the hidden architecture of human interaction.